Respected former Minister Shanmuga Sundaram, Lions International District Governor A. Rajshekhar, and my new friend Prasanna Rao, Vice President from Accenture, and all the shining stars down here with a mission. Very warm, good morning to you all. I wanted to really mention M.M. Prabhu's effort, the kind of focus what he has. I have seen him starting at least 2 or 3 different subjects. Every time what he does is that he documents what needs to be done, and same I am witnessing here. So every policy, the charter, everything presented very well. I congratulate M.M. Prabhu and team for the wonderful initiatives you have taken. Shanmuga Sundaram sir has told, what are all the resources, not only the government. In fact, I would like to add that Lions spend millions of dollars on training. It is every forum that spends. And there was a quote, what our district governor Rajshekhar said, he finds a lot of lions here. But I would like to add, I'm seeing a lot of BNI members also down here. But ultimately, I have a request, a point to mention that you bring in other qualified members from the other organizations also. Let it be Rotarians, let it be JCs, let it be Coimbatore Management Association, let it be CII. Please do bring other members also down into this forum. So any opportunity opens up, it opens up to this forum first. So that is what I have a request, Prabhu. I only request that you bring in not just the Coimbatore subject, also the Pollachi Chamber of Commerce, the Udumalai Chamber of Commerce. Everybody try to bring members from those forums so that this forum becomes more powerful. So that's the request I have. So Prabhu told me, no, you should deliver, what to deliver to the trainers. I am really amazed, actually, what can I deliver to you? Because you're all, you can all deliver much better, I would say. But I thought, okay, I should throw in front of you the kind of gap what we have, the opportunities what we have, so that the objectives are fulfilled. So that is what I thought I should deliver it to you. So, as rightly pointed out by our district governor, our nation's strength is the youth power. I read an article where I would like to say 55% is 65% below 35 years of age. So with that power, now how the nation is going to go forward, it truly depends on how this youth power is being harnessed and the objectives are met. There are so many visions and goals in front of us for the nation, for the individual, but how are we going to harness? But what we are seeing in reality, I also belong to one more forum called TIE Chennai. Every day morning, 6 o'clock, we discuss a catalyst. So every day morning we discuss that. But what we see is when we discuss so much of catalyst every day, day in, day out, only one thing stands out. Nowadays, the younger generation is dreaming their vision, dreaming their goal. But it stops there. It stops with a dream, that's it. They do not know the way, how it has to be taken forward, how the objectives have to be accomplished. That is not really happening. It stays as a dream. So that is not good. That is not really what it has to be like. So we find ways and mechanism to move away from that dream to, skill ourselves, execute the plan, and come nearly to the goal. So that's the role what as shining stars, as leading trainers, you can achieve. I personally feel that youngsters nowadays, so many are doing really well. I'm not denying the fact. They do really well. They do a good turnover in their business. They are moving along well. But there is a thing called wheel of life that is being segregated into 8 parts. So that wheel of life starts with spending quality time with their own family. It also talks about the well-being of that individual, that is health aspects of their individual. Are they really giving time for that? Have they really have their business goal properly set? Are there many people I see, youngsters doing 5 crore, 10 crore turnover, but they say that I don't have a personal account. Whatever I want, I pull from the business. Is it right? No. So it has to be like business is one side which has to be grown separately. Personal growth is something different. So that personal finance and personal growth, you might have to upskill yourselves. The personal growth, you need to take a lot of areas. Personal hobbies would be there. Everybody will have to explore the world. They have their fun and hobbies required, so that needs to be addressed. And finally, what is that we are going to give back to the society? So this 8 parts, including that of spirituality. So 8 parts are there. There has to be contributions in each segment for every individual to be done. So either people will be excelling in 1 segment or 2 segments. Rest of the 6 segments, absolutely, I would say they would be 0. So it is the role of the trainers to see how they balance their life and achieve everything in this wheel of life. So that is one thing which is really, really missing in the market. Every individual is looking forward for some guidance to see that every part of the life is well covered. So I personally feel if the skill sets of trainers can be really upskilled and this can be delivered to the individuals, nothing is much better when compared to that. And next comes to because I belong to the industrial fraternity, so I would like to share my experience. As a wheel of business, everybody would have started really well. But finally what happens is, they leave the business to run by itself. They don't have really any control on the business. It runs by itself. The flow is being, it goes as it happens. But there are a lot of new techniques which I learned off late. You have so many departments in a company, and you have things like new techniques of KRA, KPI coming into picture, so that individual departments' performance, individual persons' performance indicators are well defined, and because with that particular subject, the employee can be, we can see what kind of performance those individual employees can be given, and the benefits can be passed on accordingly. So this KRA, KPI, where am I now? Where am I going to be after 3 years? Where am I going to be after 5 years? This particular strategic goals, nobody, in fact, I'll tell you a challenge. For example, in my company, we have close to about 20 crores of stocks in our warehouse. How much of my warehouse material we are losing every year? That is close to 3 to 4% of materials we lose by means of scrapping it, by means of damaging it, by means of somewhere material has got missed. So like this, there is a lot of challenges in every department. Take it marketing, sales, take it finance, take it warehousing, stores, purchasing. There are so many challenges. There are so many key points which needs to be addressed in every industry. So every key point is a big topic. And I think the trainers can really excel. If I want, for example, I was wondering, who can help me in my company's, achieving a strategic goal. How do I set KRA? How do I set KPI for my company? I am not really getting a consultant, or I'm not getting a trainer who can accomplish this particular subject. So it is very difficult. The same challenges we have, for example, we belong to various forums. If at all we really want a trainer to come forward and address one particular challenge in what we are trying to address, we have very limited trainers who can do that. So it was wonderful to have a panel of trainers under one board of IBTC. That is really heartening to hear. It is a great achievement. I personally will tell that whether you realize the value of one single board with so many trainers under it, the kind of opportunities you are going to get, that is really, and I see it as a very big thing, subject happening, and I really would take it forward, telling various forums that this IBTC is there for your support. So one side reaching out, the other side, I would have a special request. It doesn't, stops with one delivery of your training program to a company or to a forum or to any individual for that matter. Rightly said by Shanmugam Sundaram sir, the final objective is very, very important. What is the deliverables? What is the expectation that needs to be achieved? That is also missing in the current training, consultants program, because they just come and deliver once. But is there a follow-up program? Is there some systematic approach to that? So that is one thing which you all can try to formulate, strategize, and implement. Yeah. So that is what I would specifically request. The gap between the present scenario and what needs to be desired it's a big, very, very big gap what we have. So I personally request you to put a wonderful reach out program and reach out and deliverables being defined. So with this, I thank for the wonderful opportunity given. So we are there for you, and wherever possible, the referral subjects, we are there to take forward IBTC. Thank you very much for the opportunity.